Hello, Miss O. How are
Hey,
you?
hi Zozi, how are you? So happy to see you
So
again.
happy to see you too again. You look amazing as
Thank,
usual.
thank
Last time
you.
I saw
You
you was
too.
in Atlanta when we could all be out there. How have you been doing
Exactly.
during this time?
Yeah. So it's kind of hard because of the stay-at-home order, but we're hanging there. We're hanging in there.
Yeah, as long as everyone's safe and well,
Yes.
we remain grateful.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I know you're at home with kids who also aren't allowed to go out, and you've been homeschooling.
Exactly.
How is that?
Homeschooling is kind of hard, like the online. I'm surprised because the attention span of the kids is not that long. So when they're doing an online schooling, it's kind of hard because their attention span is not that long and patient.
Yeah, it makes us appreciate educators and teachers so much more, right?
Exactly, that's true.
They're too amazing at their jobs. You said something earlier on about staying at home and not being able to go out there. I know that
Right.
a lot of businesses have been struggling, especially small businesses. How has yours been doing during this time?
So yes, we are very much affected with regards to our service, the service part of the business, because we do facials, we do Botox and stuff like that. But then, thank God, our online business is still doing well because it's our skincare is essentials, and we also sell a lot of hand sanitizers to the online in online.
Speaking of your hand sanitizers, I know you've been doing a lot of good in your community as well. By making these hand sanitizers and distributing them to different organizations like food banks and there's hospitals as well. How did you get into this? And how has
We
the
have
response been from people?
Yeah, actually, like before I made this hand sanitizers, the Lord put in my heart to really donate and help people. So then I partner with Miss Universe with regards to donating to the LA Food Bank, which is kind of cool. And also, we have a lot of clients that are in the medical field and frontliners. So I kind of reach out to them and ask them if they need any help with regards to their PPE and also their on hand sanitizer. So we were able to donate and distribute it to different hospitals around the LA County and also in New York.
I absolutely love that you didn't sit back. You knew that you'd be able to help somehow, and then you started helping people. And I think that is, very incredible. But I know that you are a beauty person. I mean, we can judge that from your face and from your company. What can you, a lot of people have been struggling with their skin. I know that I've been struggling personally, with my skin as well, staying home. What are the
Right.
ways that we can keep our skin, looking healthy and fresh and nice while on lockdown?
Right. Okay. So my advice on that is, since a lot of people are staying at home, so they use their laptops, cell phone a lot. So because these electronics, they emit this what we call the high energy visible light that like kind of like cause premature aging. So with that, I would advise for you guys to make sure that you apply sunblock at home. So even though you're at home, you have to apply the SPF at least 50 and up to make sure that you're not causing any premature aging on your skin.
That's a
Yeah,
very good. I never thought of it that way because initially what we think is if you're at home and you're not in the sun, you don't really need to be applying and putting on all of that stuff. But
exactly.
that's a very great point. Which brings
Right,
me to misconceptions because that's a misconception that I had.
right.
Thinking I have to be out there to use sunblock. What are some of the most misconceptions that come about when it comes to beauty and how we can take care of our skin?
Oh, misconception, like not all product with oils is comedogenic. So people think that if I put oil on their skin, it's gonna clog their pores. So we have to pick and choose the right oil on their skin. So it's gonna be helpful with regards to like moisturize to hydrate the skin. So we cannot leave our skin not hydrated because it causes again like fine lines and wrinkles easily and premature aging.
Oh, that's a very good one.
Yeah.
Also about skin, we do know that we just spoke about things that we put on the outside of our skin, but
Yes.
we do know that it's so important to know what we consume, because things that we put inside of our bodies as well,
Right.
come through the surface of our skin. I remember I was having a conversation with Chesley, my roommate, Miss USA, just the other day, and
Right.
we were just speaking about the struggles of our skin, and we were just trying to pick and find out, where it's coming from, because you would
Right.
assume that just because we're home, our skin is much better. And we actually realized, someone that she was speaking to spoke about the foods that we consume,
Right.
speaking about things like pasta. And, she mentioned a lot of different foods. What are foods that we can take to
Yes.
make our skin look so much better?
Right. So for the, if there's a client that comes to me and says, Miss O, I'm getting married next month. What's the, after like the protocols that I need to do? So I would give her like a good skincare protocol plus a good, food to eat. So part of that is if you eat a lot of salmon and broccoli, it's very good for the skin because of the omega. It kind of the omega from the fish is it kind of helps for the hydration of the skin. And also drink a lot of water. So coffee and soda kind of makes your skin dehydrated. So I would say if you drink 1 cup of coffee a day, you have to drink 4 glasses of water to flush out the caffeine in the system. Can you believe that?
Okay.
So yeah, so maybe if you drink, so some coffee lovers, they drink coffee, that's okay, but make sure you detox it by drinking a lot of water.
So drinking a lot of water and eating health. I know, because people always say drink so much water, and it does help. It makes so much of a difference when you actually try to monitor the amount of water you drink as well. So
Yes.
I think that's pretty great advice. Is there like anything else that you would like to advise us about beauty that people forget, like maybe your favorite products to use, or
Yes. Well, okay. So the first thing is every single person should need the basic 4 on their skincare regimen. So what are those? So they have to have like a good cleanser in the morning, a good toner, which is like it brings back the natural pH of the skin. A good moisturizer, which is I would say non-comedogenic moisturizer, because we don't want to moisturize the face, but ends up like having like clogged pores and pimples because there's too much like comedogenic ingredients in there, right? So, and then a good SPF 50 that's also a non-comedogenic but has a zinc oxide, which has a minimum of 8%. So when they buy skincare or sunblock over the counter, they have to check out the ingredients at the back. Check if there's a zinc oxide there or titanium dioxide. Like 8% is the minimum that would prevent UVA for the premature aging and UVB for the burning and skin cancer. So those are the 4 things that are very, very important in everyday regimen of each individual, male and female.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so
Yes, yes.
much for that advice. One more. What's the
Mhm.
one thing that just miss the most about having clients come in? Like the one thing that you're looking forward to doing after we can all go back to our normal lives?
Yes, I'm very passionate about my work. I think helping people with regards to their skin problem. Let's say they have like a big melasma on their skin or the big brown spots on their face. Yeah, those kind of people, especially with a teenager with acne, those are the people that needs to be treated in the medical facility. A home care regimen would help, but coming into the spa and treating the skin with a higher percentage of the ingredients, I think would boost and makes it faster, like gives
Okay.
it a faster result.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your advice. Those are the couple of questions that I had for you, and I think taking care of our skin is so important, especially at a time like this where we think just because we're not meeting people, we should stop
Exactly.
take care of our skin, because I've been doing that too. Sometimes I go to bed and I forget to wash my face because I'm not going anywhere the following day.
Right.
But it's so important to know that we have to take care of our skin the whole time. I mean, it is the biggest organ of our body after all.
Right.
Uh,
Exactly.